What's up everyone, Rocket welcoming you back to the channel for episode 1 of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. My first time doing a franchise mode in any NHL series. I'm really excited to jump into it. Taking the reins as the GM of the Montreal Canadiens, hoping to bring a 25th Stanley Cup to this historic franchise. Of course, a really tough year. Everybody knows what the Canadiens have been through in the past season, finishing 6th in the Atlantic Division. We're looking to turn things around here. We have some key players in our team, one of which, Carey Price, of course, the highest rated goalie in this game, which will help us a lot. He does have a really big contract, although I want to win the cup, and if I get the cup, I want Price to be part of the team. We do have some contracts that we may want to move during this year or in the off season. Players notably such as Shaw, Petrie, even Weber, who is our best defense at the moment. He does have a big contract. He is aging a bit, so he's a great guy. He could bring a lot to the table for a trade. And looking towards the youth of the team, we have some great players coming up, like Jesperi Kotkaniemi, for example, the 3rd overall pick from the past year. He is a center, a great player from Finland with insane potential. Let's get into it, guys. For this first episode, basically going to go through the lines, going to go through the Laval Rocket system that we have down in the AHL. Not going to be doing too much work in this first episode. We're going to be doing the preseason as well. Let's go into the lines. Now, before I jump into that, if you don't mind, leave a like to this video. If you enjoy this series, if you want to see more of it, I plan on doing this as a 5-year franchise, alright? So, I know it can go up to 25 years. I want to keep it simple, 5 years just for my first franchise mode. Subscribe while you're at it if you're new to the channel. I'll be posting a lot of hockey-related content throughout the year. And yeah, let's go into the lines here for the Montreal Canadiens. Alright, here we are, guys. So, the lineup is looking like this to start off the year. I'm excited to see how the lineup will change throughout the season and as we move forward throughout the next few years. So, we got Jonathan Drouin at center, along with Tomas Tatar, newly acquired from the Vegas Golden Knights. Of course, a big trade, moving Max Pacioretty. We did get a great prospect in Suzuki as well. And Brendan Gallagher, one of the leaders, of course, of this team over on the wing. Philippe Danault is our second center, a great two-way center to have there, along with Max Domi, acquired from the Arizona Coyotes from for Alex Galchenyuk, and Arturi Lehkonen, a really good Finnish sniper over there. We got Charles Hudon, small but really fast, over at the third line center, along with Andrew Shaw and Joel Armia, recently acquired from the Winnipeg Jets. And Tomas Plekanec, welcome back to Montreal, buddy. He spent time in Toronto last year. He wanted to come back to Montreal, help us with his defensive game. Great on faceoffs, great on penalty kills as well. Nicolas Deslauriers brings a lot of toughness to the table. He can score as well. And Jacob Delarose, Jeff Petrie, along with Shea Weber, the veterans. David Schlemko and Carl Alsner. Xavier Ouellet, along with Victor Mété. And in goal, of course, we do have Carey Price, arguably the best goalie in the league, looking for a bounce-back year, looking to get back to his Vezina form with Antti Niemi as backup. Alright, now let's take a look at a few of these contracts that we have. So we're just going to check out Tomas Tatar, 82 overall, 4.8 for 3 years. He's a very talented winger. I'm looking forward to keep him on the team as if I could. Andrew Shaw, 79 overall, does have a pretty, not a big contract, but decent contract. 3.9, basically $4 million for 4 years. I find I could bring something more potentially to the table. So Andrew Shaw, 79 overall, 3.9 for 4 years. You may want to potentially move that contract. See what else we have. We look at the defense side. Petrie and Weber, 82 overall for Petrie, 5.5 for 3 years. Weber, 87 overall. He is a 7.8 for 8 years. So that's a pretty big contract. May want to move that as well. I do have Fog of War on for this series. I'm basically going to show potential, but that's about it. So I'm going to work with the scouts to find out the true skill of these players, their ratings, what they can bring to the table for our team, if it's for scouting, free agents, for trades, and in the draft class. So the draft class, we'll look at that right now. Now, from what I believe this is the reason. I know Hughes isn't in the game. I know some people have made franchise modes and have created him. I'm not going to create any player. I'm just going to keep it simple as I can. So, of course, I believe they just don't have the rights to him. So they randomly generate this list at the start of the year. Kako over there. So we got Fabien, Regier, Manis, Shortstrom, so on and so forth. So it's going to be cool to see this list as the year goes on, see which players we're interested in scouting, and see where we finish at the end of the year as well. See what picks we have, see what we can do if we can get some good draft picks and upgrade the team as well. Alright, so if you look at the projected picks that we have, we do have one pick in the first round in 2019. We have a couple of second round picks in 2019, a third, a couple of fourths, a couple of fifths, a sixth, and a seventh. So, of course, depending on how the year goes, going to be potentially adding some more picks. And, of course, as the year goes on as well, and we scout players, we'll have scout recommendations of players that we want to maybe take a look at and scout deeper to see their true rankings and overall. So that's really cool with Fog of War. Get the scouts to do the work for you, and as the year goes on, see if there's any gems and busts as well. So gonna be looking into the Laval Rocket team that we have as well, our AHL affiliate. Let's see what their team looks like. Some of their players I definitely want to have ice time in the NHL. I mean, Paul Byron is a full-time NHL player over there. Michael Chaput, he is a pretty good AHL player. He's a 75 overall, but the potential for a bottom six forward, see 0.6 for 2 years, so not a big contract at all. Nikita Sherbak, he's really good. He's a sniper. Actually, let's see that as a playmaker. I would look at him more as kind of like a sniper because he has a really good shot, actually, especially, well, in real life at least. Nikita Sherbak, 76 overall. Byron Fraze, Agostino, and Michael McCarron. Michael McCarron is a really big guy, brings a lot of toughness. Matthew Pekka, Alex Bezil, Alexandre Grenier, David Brohl, Max Friberg, Hunter Shinkaruk, of course, acquired in that trade with Kirby Reichel. So, going to look into the defense, Mike Riley, he's played a lot in the NHL last year. We have Tormia, Brett Lernout. Lernout, pretty big guy, 6'4", 205. Valiev, Kulkin, and Maxim Lamache. Let's look at as well the scratches. All the players are available there. Of course, this guy is the key of the future. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, elite medium potential, a center, 6'2", 190. Listed as a two-way forward. I could see him as a playmaker, even potentially a sniper, depending on how many goals he's going to score. Really, really excited for this guy in real life as well as in my franchise mode. He's going to be amazing in the league. Daniel Ledette. Alexandre Alain, I seen him play actually versus the Moncton Wildcats. I live in Moncton. Basically potential right now, AHL top 6. He was really good for Blainville-Boisbriand as they dominated my Wildcats. So seeing him play firsthand, I know how a good player he can be. Of course, in goal, Charlie Lindgren and Michael McNiven. Those are our AHL goalies. Alright, so here we are, guys, starting off the preseason against our Atlantic Division rivals, the Ottawa Senators. So here we go, going to be simming, actually I'm going to sim the game here by periods, so sim game, go over here to goals, first period, so Byron Fraze gets Zach Smith. Here we go, goals. So 0-0 here in the first period. Let's see which player will make the difference in this preseason game. I believe I can maybe fast forward this over to the period. So period over, 2-1 lead after the first. Payarvi gets a goal for them. Gallagher and Ouellet get some goals for us. So, alright, gonna keep going. Period sim. Alright. Simming is complete. So 3-2 win. Nikita Sherbak gets on the board. And Turney gets a goal for them. So 3-2 win for us in the first game of the preseason. Going to be skipping over the next couple of games. See how our team does. I'm going to go over up to the Saturday against Buffalo. Playing against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Thomas Plekanec seems to have been injured. So shootout loss and a OT loss. So a couple of losses right there against Tampa Bay and Florida. Unfortunately, we are playing against Buffalo. Going to be simming the game over here. And see, let's see, goals. Alright, it's a bit, it takes a bit of getting used to get a click actually the goals to see the goals coming. So let's sim the period. Jess Skinner, newly acquired from the Buffalo Sabres, gets a goal. We have McNiven over net. 1-1, Nikita Sherbak with another goal in his preseason that ties it up at 1. Let's go over to the third period, and looks like we're going to go into overtime for this one. Interesting. All right, so going to be getting the time to go. Here we are, overtime. It's 33-21, so we're definitely shooting a lot. Unfortunately, Vladimir Sobotka beats McNiven for the OT win for the Buffalo Sabres. So not a very strong start to our preseason. Unfortunately, we are 1-0-3. 3 overtime or shootout losses. Wow. So going to go Toronto, Detroit, and Boston. 3 games left for the preseason. Let's sim up to the end of the preseason. See if we can finish up at 500. Oh, a tough 4-0 loss against the Maple Leafs. 6-4 loss versus the Red Wings, and against Boston a 3-1 loss. So really bad preseason, guys. 1-3-3. Hopefully that team can turn things around in the regular season. Alright, here we are. So the lines we will be using to start off the regular season, here they are. Tomas Tatar along with Jonathan Drouin, Brendan Gallagher for the first line. Dano along with Max Domi and Arturi Lehkonen for the second line. Plekanec along with Byron and Joel Armia. And we also have Jesperi Kotkaniemi. I'm going to be starting him off in the NHL. He's an incredible player. I want to see how much he can grow during the year. He's a medium elite potential. Definitely has a lot of room to grow. Nicolas Delaurier and Charles Hudon going to be finishing up the fourth line. Defense didn't really change anything from the start. Petrie, Weber, Schlemko, Ulster, Ouellet, and Mete. Price in net. I do have Jolson, Ben, and Shaw scratch. Actually, I may want to play Jolson in the AHL just so we can have some time to grow, because he does have a top 4D medium potential. I want to see him get some ice time. I just don't want to put him in the lineup right away with the defense we have, but definitely going to be thinking of putting him in the lineup throughout the year. Alright, now let's take a look at our AHL team, Laval Rocket, at start of the year. De La Rose along with Chaput and Nikita Sherbak. Pekka along with Shinkaruk and Agostino. Odette with Grenier and McCarron. Alexandre Alain going to give him some ice time now with Fribourg and Belzile. If we look at the defense, we have Desprez, Tor Mina, Renat Valiev, Brett Lernout, Colkin, and Lamache. And we have Charlie Lindgren in net, backed up by Michael McNiven. So our team status right now is hopeful. So I'm not expecting to get in the playoffs, to be honest, in this year. I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple of years, see if we can grow with draft picks. So look at the NHL standings for the preseason. We didn't do too good in the preseason, 1-3-3. Hopefully we can get some good draft picks, potentially make some big trades throughout the year as well. If we look at actually the trade block, if you want to put some pairs on there right now, be looking at pairs like Shaw and who else I could put there? I could put Shea Weber actually on the trade block as well. I'm going to put it on a trade block just yet. Let's see who I can put in there. Because if you look at these contracts, Andrew Shaw, $3.9 million for 4 years. Alsner, $4.6 million for 4 years. Jordy Ben only does have 1 year left on his contract, so I may actually put Weber there instead of Ben, because 8 years, 7.8, that's a really big contract. We could free up a lot of cap space with that. He has great trade value as well. Now for wants, I'm going to be changing that for the future picks. So current picks 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to put current first. We definitely want all we can get, right? If any team wants to offer us some first round picks, that'd be great. So I want to take that on for current picks and future picks. What do we want? So I'm going to be looking into the youth for sure. So I'm now going to look at players around 30 years old. Let's put in, let's put it probably 20. I'm going to put 18 even for prospects. Let's put 18 to 25. So let's look at that to start. For the forwards, player role, really any force. I'm going to leave it like this. Because I mean, I want to look at all the offers the teams have, right? I don't really want to limit it. If they're gonna give us an offer, we can work around it at that time. So we're gonna put in the same. Let's put it about 18 to 25. Any defense. We don't really need any goalie right now because of course we have Carey Price. Let's see. I'm gonna just remove that. See if I can change it. Actually, let's put first line forward up to 30 years old, just in case NHL stars want to make just in case NHL teams want to offer some of their current NHL stars on the first line forward. Of course, we need a lot of offense. We have Price in the net. We need players that can score goals. So let's leave it at this for now. We got Weber, Alsner, and Shaw in the trade block. Potential trade baits right there. What we want some young guys and some draft picks. So that's looking good. We got our preseason done. We got the line set up. I think we are ready for the year. So I'm going to be finishing the episode right now, guys. Going to be just simming up to the second, the day before the regular season starts. Up to the second, simulate up to this day. Of course, even for scouts, we can also hire or fire some scouts. So that would be that'd be interesting throughout the year as well. So I'm going to be finishing off the episode right here. Episode 2 will be starting off the regular season for a 2018-2019 season with the Montreal Canadiens. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.